Morning students, this is Sivakrishna from the Department of Mechanical Engineering, KBS Institute of Technology, Kavali. Today I am going to presentation on sheet metal working. So this is subject name is metal forming process. So fourth unit, so sheet metal working process. So in this PPT we are going to presentation on so what is the sheet metal working definition, sheet and plate metal products, so advantages of sheet metal parts, sheet metal working technology, sheet metal forming processes, cutting operation, so cutting or shearing operation, shearing dies, forming operations, economic considerations, forming and other cold working processes. So these are the sheet metal working process. Today I am going to discuss in. So let us start the class. So what is sheet metal working? Sheet metal working defined cutting and forming operations performed on relatively thin sheet of the metal. So the cutting operations to be performed on relatively thin sheet. So the thickness of the thin sheet is 0.4 mm or 1 by 64th inch to 6 mm 1 by 4th inch. Thickness of the plate stock is greater than 6 mm. Operations usually performed as cold working. So sheet metal working means so it is a thin sheet of the metal. So the thickness of the sheet metal is 0.4 to 6 mm. In inches means 1.64 inches to 1.4 inches. The thickness of the plate stock is greater than 6 mm. So in this sheet metal operations is working as cold working process. Sheet and plate metal products. Sheet and plate metal parts for consumer and industrial products such as so in the sheet metal products looks like the consumers and industrial products such as automobiles and trucks, aeroplanes, railway cars and locomotives, farm and construction equipment, small and large appliances, office furniture, computers and office equipment. So these are all the sheet metal products. Advantages of sheet metal parts. So what are the advantages in the sheet metal parts? So it is high strength, good dimensional accuracy, good surface finish, relatively low cost, for large quantities, economical mass production, operations are available. So these are the advantages of sheet metal parts. Sheet metal working terminology. So what are the sheet metal working terminology means? So it has three stages in terminology. So first stage is punch and die. The second stage is stamping press. The third stage is stampings. So what is punch and die? Tooling to perform cutting, bending and drawing. So punch and die operations means so it perform the cutting operation, bending operation and drawing operation. So these are all the punch and die operations. Now coming to the stamping process, the mechanical tool that performs most sheet metal operations. To stamping operations, we can use the mechanical tool. It performs the all sheet metal operations. Next, finally, stampings. So stampings means sheet metal products. Sheet metal forming processes. So introduction. So what is the sheet metal processing? Forming process. Sheet metal forming is a grouping of many complementary processes that are used to form sheet metal parts. What are more, this process is used to take a flat sheet of ductile metal and mechanically apply deformation forces that alter the shape of the metal. Before deciding on the process, one should determine whether a particular sheet metal can be formed into a desired shape without failure. The sheet metal operations done on a press may be grouped into two categories: cutting or shearing operations and forming operations. So in the sheet metal, forming is a grouping of many complementary processes. So it is used in the form of sheet metal parts. So to take the flat sheet of ductile metal and mechanical apply deformation becomes the shape of the material. So one should determine the particular sheet metal can be formed into a desired shape without failure. So it can be formed into a desired shape without any failure. So finally the sheet metal operations can be done in two processes or two categories. So what are the categories are? So cutting or shearing operations and forming operations. So these two operations should be formed to the sheet metal forming process. So first of all, we can see the block diagram. Punches, dies, progressive or compound transfer. So this will be converted to the, so we can see the block diagram. So first we'll see the punching, blanking, fine blanking, stamping, embossing. So first we can start the processes. So first start in the rolling. So rolling is coming to the sheet metal. So sheet metal completed, it can be converted to the shearing, sitting, cutting, saving. So for taking to the sheet metal, the sheet metal will be passing to the three stages. So shearing operations, sitting, cutting, swaging. So when completing these operations, this will be divided into two categories. So what are the categories are? So the first one is punching, blanking, fine blanking, stamping, embossing. When finally sitting, cutting, swaging completed, this will be converted to the punching, blanking, fine machining, stamping, embossing process. So next we will be converted to another state: bending, roll forming, stretch forming, deep drawing, rubber forming, spinning, superplastic forming, pin forming, explosive forming, magnetic pulse forming. So when this completed the entire two processes, so they will go to the debugging, cleaning, coating. So debugging, cleaning, coating. So these are all the sheet metal working forming processes. We can see the flow chart also. So for using the punching, blanking, fine bending, fine blanking, stamping, embossing, we can use the punches, dies, progressive, compound transfer. So this will use it to the transfer in the punches, blanking operations. Cutting, shearing, cutting or shearing operations. So in this operation, the workpiece is stressed beyond its ultimate strength. The stresses caused in the metal by applied forces will be shearing stresses. See, the cutting operations includes, so what are the cutting operations are? punching. So another name of punching is piercing, blanking, notching, perforating, slitting, lancing, parting, shaving, trimming, point, blanking. So these are all the cutting operations. So we can discuss it one by one. Punching or piercing. It is a cutting operation by which various shaped holes are made in sheet metal. So punching or piercing operation is, so it is a cutting operation by which various shaped holes it made by the sheet metal. So by using, we can taking the sheet metal, so it can, by cutting operations will be formed in the sheet metal operations. By using the cutting operations, it will be formed to the various shapes. So what are the shapes? Are holes and circles and desired shape. We can see the figure also. This is the one shape of the sheet metal operation. So the shape will be cutting to the punching or pressing operations. Punching is similar to blanking, except that is punching. The holes in the desired product, the material punched out to form the hole being waste. So the material will be punched out of the form. So the hole being the waste. So the hole is waste of the product. So this red color indicates the waste of the product finally. So the blue color indicates the final product of the product. So blanking. Blanking is the operation of cutting a flat shaped sheet metal. The article punch out is called the blank and is the required product of the operation. The hole and metal left behind the discard as waste. So you can see the figure. So this is a blanking operation. So coming to the punching and blanking operations, what are the difference between punching and blanking operations are? So punching means we can take the sheet metal when removing the desired shape, discard shape. So in discard shape is removed. So this is the punching operation. So in sheet metal, it will create the holes. Is called punching operation. So what is the blanking means? When cutting the part in desired shape of the product, so these are the blanking operation. When removing the total part of the body except cutting spot, except cutting place. So this is the cutting part will be blanking operation. So when a hole is created, the sheet metal is called punching operation. So this is the difference between punching and blanking operation. So next, notching. It is the cutting operation by which metal pieces are cut from the edge of the sheet strip or blank. So notching means it is a cutting operation which will be cut into the edge of the sheet metal strip or blank. So we can see the figure. So notching operation is here. So we can see the edges. So edge cutting. So you can see the name also, notching. So edge part will be cutting is called notching operations. Perforating. It is the process by which the multiple holes, which are very small and close together, are cut in flat work material. So we can see the work diagram. This is the flat workpiece material. So the perforating is a multiple holes. It is a very small holes will be the whole difference between the distance between the holes is very close together. So distance between, so we can see the figure. This is the perforating. The holes is very small. So the distance between the holes is very close to each other. So this is the perforating operation. Next, slitting. It refers to the operation of making incomplete holes in a workpiece. So slitting means, so you can see the figure also, we can cut the material is passing through the incomplete circular holes. So operation making the incomplete holes in the workpiece. So it's called slitting. Next, lancing. This is the cutting operation in which a hole is partially cut and then one side is bent down to form a shot or tab. Since no metal is actually removed, there will be no scrap. So we can see the figure. This is the lancing operation. This is the cutting part. So this will be removed. This will be cutting the metal strip, but it cannot remove the operation. So this material will not be removed. So there will be no scrap is also formed in the lancing operation. So this will be cutting part. Just cutting the operation. So this shape. Next, parting operation. Parting involves cutting a sheet metal strip by a punch with two cutting edges that match the opposite side of the blank. So we can see the figure. This is the parting operations. This is, so we can cut the flat workpiece in two pieces with the help of parting operations. The parting will be created. The same cutting edges will be start the matching side opposite side. So this will be matching to the opposite side of the blank. So this is the parting operation. So parting means separate the sheet metal, separate the metal in two parts with say cutting edge operation. Next, saving. Saving operation. The edge of blanked part is generally rough, uneven and unsquare. Accurate dimensions of the part are obtained by removing a thin strip of the metal along the edges. So you can see the figure. Schematic illustration of the saving on a shared edges. So in Schema, so we can see the schematic illustration of the shaving on the shared edges. So it has two stages, two diagrams. So A and B. So A is shaving a shared edge. So another one is shearing and shaving combined in one stroke. So coming to, you can see the figure here. So this is die is placed to the, so die will be placed to the sheet metal. So this is the sheared edge. So this edge will be cutting to help of the punch. So they will remove the cutting this part. So sheet metal will be passing to same of the die. So this will be the same operation. So die will be placed to the sheet metal. So but it is in this figure B we have placed this sheet. So this sheet will be cutting to the pressing operation. This will cut the part. So this is the edge cutting. This is the sheet metal cutting. Sheet cutting. Next, trimming. This operation consists of cutting unwanted excessive material from the periphery of previously formed components. So trimming is, so we can cut the unwanted excessive materials in previous formed components. So this is the trimming operation. So next, fine blanking. Fine blanking is an operation used to blank sheet metal parts with close tolerance and smooth straight edges in one step. So you can see the figure. This is the fine blanking. So in this fine blanking, it has upper pressure pads. In yellow color indicates the upper pressure pads. So the red color is the sheet metal. So yellow color indicates the blanking die. So the blue color indicates the supports. So the cement color indicates the lower pressure. So the upper purple color indicates the upper pressure. So for fine blanking operation is blank. It use it to blank sheet metal parts, close tolerance and smooth straight edges in one step. So for this is the we can see the sheet metal. This is one bending operation is performed by applying the lower and upper pressure operation. So this will be sheet metal will be coming to the straight form. It forms in a single step. So this is called fine blanking operation. Shearing dies. Because the formability of a shared part can be influenced by the quantity of its shared edges. Clearance control is important. In practice, clearance usually range between 2% to 8% of the sheet thickness. Generally, the thicker the sheet, the larger in the clearance, as much as 10%. However, the smaller the clearance, the better is the quality of the edge. Some common shearing dies are desired below. So what are the common shearing dies are? Punch and die shape. Punch and die shape. As the surface of the punch and die are flat. So you can see the figure. So examples of usage of shear angles of the punches and dies. The punch forces build up rapidly during shearing because the entire thickness of the sheet is sheared at the same time. However, the area being sheared at any moment can be controlled by beveling the punch and die surfaces as shown in the following figure. The geometry is particularly suitable for shearing thick blank because it reduces the total shearing forces. So you can see the figure. So the blue color indicates the die, the red color indicates the punch. So the punch in the form of this is the shearing angle is formed and blank thickness will be produced in the punch. The punch will pressing to the die. So it will be hole will be created. So this is so you can see the next figure bevel shear, double bevel shear, convex shear. So these are all the operations which can be formed in the punch and die shapes. So you can see the figures also. So next, compound die. Several operations on the same strip may be performed in one stroke with a compound die in one station. So several operations on the same strip will be performed in one single stroke will be compounded in one station. These operations are usually limited to relatively simple shearing because they are somewhat slow and dies are more expensive than those for individual shearing operations. So we can see the figure. So schematic solution A. Before and after blanking, a common washer in a compound die. Note the separate movement of the die for blanking and the punch for punching and hole in the washer. So we can see the figure A. So the figure A we can form the punch hole, die blank, so stripper and strip, pressure pad, die hole and punch block. When punch hole is pressing to the stripper and touches to the stripper, so we can cut the metal part. So the strip will be arranged to the pressure pad. So pressure pad will top of the pressure pad will place it to the strip. So we can strip will be cut to the by help of the punch and die blanker. So for compound by applying some pressure. So this will be pressing and touches to the strip. So the strip will be cut, the hole will be generated. So we can see the second figure B. So we can touch the compressed washer. So complete this is a completed washer. So we can cut the metal strip in a desired shape. So this is the scrap. We can cut the metal. The scrap is, you can see the scrap is here. So the scrap will be placed to the ground, touches to the ground. This is the compound die operation. Next, progressive dies. Parts requiring multiple operations such as punching, blanking, and notching are made at high production rate in progressive dies. The sheet metal is fed through a coil strip and a different operations is performed at the same station, which each stroke of the series of punches. So you can see the figure. The figure shows the schematic illusion of making a washer in a progressive die. Figure B means forming a top piece of an erosion spray can be progressive die. So you can see the figure. So it has, so in the dimensions are, what are the parts of the diagram are ram, blanking punch, pivot, pilot. So the green color indicates this scrap, yellow color indicates this scrap, green color indicates this stripper. So this is the punch hole attached to the ram. The scrap will be attached to the dice. So the final operation is, so the ram will be flowing to and fro motion in the vertical direction in top and bottom. So when pressing the piercing and blanking operations at a time, we can see the same. We can operate the same in single operations, blanking and piercing operations. So when touches the ram, will coming to some force, applying this, it touches to the strip. Then cutting operation is generated. So this is the red color C indicates the finished washer. So this is the strip. So this is, you can see the strip. This is the scrap also. So we can cut this scrap. So this is cut in the circular form, and punch will be to the small circular. So this will be generated. The washer will be generated. So this is the finished washer. The cutting operation finally completed. So finally the finished washer is generated. Transfer dies. In a transfer die setup, the sheet metal undergoes different operations at different stations, which are arranged along the straight line or a circular path. After each operation, the part is transferred to the next operation for additional operations. So you can see the figure. This is the transfer die operation. So you can arrange it in a straight line. So when operation is completed, it will be transferred to the another operation. So this is the continuous process will be generated in the transfer die process. Transfer die process. So next coming to the forming operations. So what are the forming operations? In this operation, the stresses are below the ultimate strength of the metal. In this operation, there is no cutting of the metal, but only the contour of the workpiece is changed to get the desired product. The forming operations includes bending, drawing, squeezing. So coming to the bending operations, in this operation, the metal in the form of flat sheet or strip is uniformly straightened around the linear axis which lies on the neutral plane and perpendicular to the lengthwise direction of the sheet or metal. The bending operations include V-bending, edge bending, roll bending, air bending, flanging, dim, dimpling, press brake forming, beading, roll forming, cube forming, bulging, stretch forming. So these are all the bending operations. So coming to the drawing operation, this is the process of the forming a flat workpiece into a hollow shape by means of a punch which cause the blank to flow into die cavity. A squeezing operation, under the operation the metal is used to flow to all portions of the die cavity under the action of compressive forces. So you can see the figure. So this is the bending of flat sheet of the plate. So you can see the bending of the flat sheet of the plates is from the following figure. So this is the V bend. So the die will pass into the V shape. The die will place into the V shape. So the top of the die will place into the sheet metal. When punching with the shape of the punch is also the V shape. So that's why we can V bending is generated by using the V punch also. So edge bending, roll bending, bending in four side machinery, four side machine, air bending. So we can see the edge bending. So the sheet metal will be placing to the some excess part. So when punching is generated in the sheet metal, so the sheet will be bending. So coming to the roller bending, so the sheet metal will be placing to the three rollers. The middle one is a adjustable roller. So the bottom rolls are drive roller. So the drive roller will be rotates in anti-clockwise direction, and roller adjustable roller rotates in clockwise direction. That's why the sheet will be bending. So this is the roll bending. So coming to the bending in four slide operation. So you can see the figure 1. So this will be bending in four sides: the top, bottom, right, left. So these four side bending operation will be generated in circular shapes of the rings. So for example of circular shapes is rings will be generated for using the four slide bending operations. We can see the figure also. So next last one is the air bending. So this will bending into the air. So the die will be placed into the some distance. So the punch will be generated. So this is the bending operation. These are the bending of the flat sheet in the plate. Next, flanging. Flanging is a process of bending the edge of the sheet metal is to 90 degrees. So flanging is the process of the bending edges sheet metal. The sheet metal angle is 90 degrees will be bending. So sink flange subjected to compressive hoop stresses. Strength flanging subjected to tensile stresses. So you can see the figures. So this one, the first one is a straight flange, stretch flange, shrink flange, jogged flange, reverse flange. So these are all the flange shapes. So these flange shapes are sheet metal bends in the angle of 90 degrees. So perpendicular distance to bend the 90 degrees of the 90 degrees angle to bend the sheet metal. Next, dimpling. First hole is punched and expanded into a flange. Flanges can be produced by piercing with shaped punch. When the bend angle less than 90 degrees, as in fitting conical edges, is called flanging. So you can see the figure. So the figure will be arranged to the, so the red color indicates the spring loaded. So the yellow color, the green color indicates the stripper. The spring loader is attached to the stripper. So in the bottom of the strippers will be arranged to the die blank or die bottom. In these two dies will be middle of the two dies will place into the spring loader or pressure bushing. So so in the top of this spring loader will place into the piercing or punch operation. So when punching is generated, the sheet will be cutting in a punch in a circular form. The will be passing through the spring loader and the spring pusher. Finally, so this is the slug. So slug means waste of the product on this sheet metal. So this is the before before cutting. This is the after cutting of the sheet. After cutting of the sheet metal. So this is the, we can see the figure here. This is the before cutting. This is the after cutting of the sheet metal. So next, press brake forming. Sheet metal or plate can be bent easily with simple fixtures using a press. Long and relatively narrow pieces are usually bent in a press brake. This machine utilizes long dies in a mechanical or hydraulic presses and is suitable for small production runs. The tooling is simple and adjustable to a wide variety of shapes. So you can see the schematic illustration of the various bending operations with press braking. So in figure A, channel forming, figure B, jogging, figure C, hemming or flattering, figure D, two stages lock C. So small E, fifth one is offset forming operation. So this we can see the figures. So these are all the same operations by arranging the dies. So it will be shape of the sheet metal will be changed to form of a different shapes will be arranged in the dies for the press braking forming operation. So next, beading. In this beading, the edge of the sheet metal is bent into a cavity of a die. So bedding, in this bedding, the edge of the sheet metal is bent into the cavity of the die. The bed gives stiffness to the part by increasing the moment of inertia of the edge. Also, it improves the appearance of the part and eliminates exposed scrap edges. So we can see the figure. So in this figure you can see the bed forming with a single piece, bed forming with two pieces in a press brake. So we can see the figure here. So the die will place it to the particular shape. So in the sheet metal will be passing through the die. So the die will be generated. Finally, the formed head is generated. So you can see the figure B also. So the die will be placing to the different shape in the different products when pressing to the sheet metal. So the sheet will be rotated to the particular shape of the die. So this is the shape of the bedding operations for using the sheet metal operation. Next, roll forming. For bending continuous length of the sheet metal and for large production runs, roll forming is used. So the bending continuous length of the sheet metal operations, we can use the roll forming. The metal strip is bent in stages by passing through the series of rolls. So the metal strip will be bent in the different stages by passing through the series arranging of the rolls. So you can see the figure. So in this top diagram, we can see the roll arrangement. We can arrange the rolls in series arrangement in different rolls, large, medium, and small rolls. So this is the roll forming processes. So we can see the stages in roll forming sheet metal in the door frame. So it has 6 stages. The rolls may be stages in A to B. So you can see the stage 1. So this will be rolls in circular form. This is stage 1. This stage 2 will be a different stage. So this is stage 3. This will be another stage. So this is a 5th stage, 6th stage, 7th stage. So these are the 7 stages will be rolled, will generate the sheet metal, will be cutting into the different shapes by using the roll forming operation. So coming to the tube bending. So what is the tube bending? Bending and forming tubes and other hollow sections required special tooling to avoid buckling and folding. This oldest method of the bending a tube or pipe is to pack the inside with loose particles. Commonly used sand and bend the part in the suitable fixture. The technology prevents the tube from buckling. After the tube has been sent, the sand is shaken out. Tubes can also be plugged with the various flexible internal mandrels. So we can see the figure. So methods of bending tubes. Internal mandrels are a filling of tube with particular material such as sand are often necessary to prevent collapse of the tube during bending. Solid rods and structural shapes can also be bent by this technique. So we can see the figure in this, it has a 3 figures. So figure A, figure B, figure C. So figure A means stretch bending, B means draw bending, so C is compression bending. So these are all the 3 stages of bending operations. So stretch bending, draw bending, and compression bending. We can see the figure also. So bending is generated. We can the sheet the workpiece will be placing to the one place. So in place will be fixed to the chucks. So chucks the two chucks will be arranged to fix the workpiece. And finally the form of the block is fixed. So the form will be joining the by applying some force. The form will be downward to passing through the workpiece. So the workpiece will be bending. So this is stretch bending. So next draw bending. So form or block is fixed. So this one is fixed. So by arranging the two checks, so the stretch will be generated by applying some force. So the when workpiece will stretches the part, the stretch will be the tube will be bending. The workpiece will be bending. The next one is draw bending. In draw bending, in bottom of the draw bending is pressure bar. So the pressure bar will generate passing through horizontal motion. This will be rotates in horizontal motion. In the top of the pressure valve arranged to the workpiece and form block is rotating. So this form block is rotating. This will be also fixed, but this will be rotated. The workpiece will be arranged to the clamp. So this clamp will not move the operation. So this the draw bending operation is generated. Coming to the compression bending, form block is fixed by stroke. So this form block is fixed. So it has workpiece will arrange to the two clamps. So the workpiece will be fixed to the clamp. The form bending is placing to the semicircular product. So this will be bending to the product. So figure D is a mandrel of the tube bending. So the mandrel of the tube bending is a plug, balls, laminated cables. So these are all the mandrels for the tube bending operations. Next, stretch forming. In stretch forming, the sheet metal is clamped around its edge and stretched over the die or form block, which moves upward, downwards, or sideways depending on the particular mission. Stretch forming is used preliminary to make aircraft wing skin, panel, automobile doors, panel, and window frames. The stretch mode is used to preliminary to make aircraft wing skin panel. The aircraft wing skin panel is used to generate the stretch forming automobile door panels and window frames. So this is the schematic illustration of the stretch forming process. Aluminum skin for aircraft can be made by this process. So in this process we can arrange the table mount gripper. So for gripping this part, so the red color is indicates the workpiece, and two, the stretch gripper is arranged to the hydraulic stretching unit. So the in this bottom of the workpiece will be arranged to the turnable or adjustable slider. So this will be generated to the make the products are aircraft wing skins panel and automobile door panels or window frames will be formed generated to the stretch forming operations. So finally, the rubber forming. In rubber forming, one of the dies in a set is made of flexible material such as a rubber or polystyrene membrane. Poly, polyurethanes are used widely because of their resistance to absorption, long fatigue life, and resistance to damage by burns or sharp edges method as shown in the following figure. The female die is replaced with the rubber pad. Parts can also be formed with the laminated sheets and various non-metallic material or coating. So you can see the figures, figure A, B and C. This is the examples of the bending and embossing of sheet metal with a metal punch and with a flexible pad servicing as the female die. So these are all the rubber forming operations of the die forming operations. Next, economical considerations. So what are the economical considerations in sheet metal operations, sheet metal process? Production rate vary up to 3000 per hour for small components using automated processes. Deep drawing punch speeds a function of material. So what are the function of materials like high to low, brass, aluminum, copper, zinc, steel, stainless steel. So it will typically 800 per hour. High degree of automation is possible. Cycle time is usually determined by loading and unloading times for the stock material. Lead time is vary up to several weeks for deep drawing, and stretch forming could be less than an hour for bending. So in this continuation of the economic consideration, material utilization is moderate to high, 10 to 25% scrap is generated. Bending and roll forming do not produce scrap directly. Deep drawing and stretch forming may require a trimming operation. Production qualitatives should be high for dedicated tooling, 10,000 plus. Minimum economical qualitatives range from 1 from bending to 1000 for deep drawing. Tooling cost is moderate to high depending on component complexity. Equipment cost vary greatly. Low to simple bending machines, moderate for low forming machinery, and high for automated deep bending, automated deep drawing, sheet metal process, and sheet forming. Labor costs are low to moderate bending or degree of automation. Finishing costs are low. Trimming and cleaning may be required. Next, stamping. Stamping is also known as pressing. In this process of placing flat sheet metal in either blank or coil form into a stamping process, where a tool and die surface forms the metal into a net shape. Stamping includes a variety of sheet metal forming manufacturing process, such as punching using a machine press or stamping press, blanking, embossing, bending, flanging, and coining. So these are all the stamping operations. This could be single stage operations where every stroke of the press, press product produces the desired form on the sheet metal part, or could occur through a series of stages. The process is usually carried out the sheet metal, but can also be used on other materials such as polystyrene. Stamping is usually done on cold metal sheets. See forming for hot metal forming operations. So these are all the stamping operations. Next, forming and other cold working process. below the recrystallization temperature, if the mission work is done of the metals, there will be no grain growth, but it must be grain to integration elongation. The process is known as cold working process. So in this forming operation, that is the recrystallization temperature is the mission work done of the metals. There will be no grain growth, but the grain integrated elongation. This process is known as cold working process. In cold working process, greater pressure is required that required in the hot working, as the metal is in more rigid state. So it is not permanently deformed until stress exceeds the elastic limit. So in cold working process is more power, greater pressure is required than the hot working process. So the metal will be more rigid state. So this is the permanent deformation until the exceeds limit. So we can exceed the elastic limit. So it is not the permanent deformation. Most of the cold processes are performed at room temperature. The different cold working processes are generated in the cold working process. So the difference between the cold working process are drawing, tweezing, bending, shearing, extrusion. So these are all the cold working processes. So in the cold working process are drawing operation, squeezing operation, bending operation, shearing operation, finally extruding operation. So in this drawing operation, it can be used to the wire drawing, tube drawing, blanking, pinning. So in these four operations, we use it to the drawing operation. So coming to the squeezing operation, so in the squeezing operation, it can be used to the coining, sizing, riveting. So these three operations we use it to the squeezing operations in the cold working process. Coming to the bending operation, so in this bending operations, we will be created the angle bending, plate bending, roll forming. So these are all the three bending operations used in the cold working process. In bending operations are angle bending, plate bending, roll forming. So coming to the fourth one, shearing operation. So in shearing operations, it has a punching operation, blanking, trimming, perforating, notching, lancing, slitting. So these are all the shearing operations which can be used in the cold working processes. So finally the extruding. So this is the cold working processes. Thank you.